turn the volume up to the maximum and listen.
Okay.
All right, show it again.
Yeah. Okay. So in this piece, it lasts about 25 minutes, and I'm going to read a poem, but it includes reading into and out of the poem. You get to read into and out of but I'm the only one that holds the mic. But there are more. I put the poem over there in case somebody wants to see it without the reader reading it, except yourself, if you like. But I'm going to perform it the way I do tonight. But I haven't done this before. So you will see and hear it's the way it is. It is the way it is. It is the way it is. The way it is. This is the only way it is right now. But it'll change over this time, space, time. It changes as it becomes memorabilia. I thought I might memorize. I didn't try yet. Another time I might. I didn't. I'm still here, speaking as if I had memorized. I didn't. As if. I'm thinking, but it's not the same real. Ooh, that word. Squishy. It evaporates on your tongue. It bounces off the insides of mind. No one mind. No one. Don't mind. No. You know you are what you are. You are what you are. Empty. 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 MTV. And there's a 4 or 5 syllable word there. I forget. Go away. You are full. You are a fool. No, that's me. Come on. Come on, come on. Come on. Back. Words. Back. Words. Away from now into another time I was talking about memory, always memory. The same one is the same full, empty size, with a container, with no container. But can you feel it? Is it around you? Is it in between the lines? There's space, time, between white, black, white, black, white. Listen. And it goes around and 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 around. It's scintillating as it goes around and around and around and around and around. I was told to make eye contact regularly as a means of generating an association, a sense of connection, a sense of fellowship and love between us. Right? Thinking about that. Thinking out loud. Trying to think out loud. It disappears on me because the words get in the way. And I was saying. I'm still listening to myself. Not think. I'm here in room noise, outdoor noise. The moss growing wet, pummeled by the hard rain, lightning, thunder. The day it gets really hot. There's no relief. Running around in circles, getting things done. So, I am still feeling. Do people feel things? Do things feel people? Air. Here. Bearing on the side of probability. Probably not. Probably. Maybe not. Maybe now. Not now. Then what? I'm paling by design. Heavily designed. Over-designed. Problematic. One at a time. There's no step by step if things are moving all the time. Step by step is an illusion. Step by step is something people think about in order to contain the flesh, the flow, the flush of fullness, of anything that happens. Now, a pronouncement becomes an obstacle. I pronounce myself black and white. It's an obstinate observation. It distracts and displaces attention from the quiet that's already regularly and reliably there, even though there's a lot of noise, a lot of quiet, a lot of noise. There's a lot, it's full of quiet and noise. The noise being quiet, the quiet being noise, impossible to say. Another annoyance, blocking, pock-marked thought. Hot! Pop. Pop, 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 pop. Holes in the thought. Pops in the thought. Puppies in the thought. Puppies dancing, licking, biting, playing, rolling over each other. Irrepressibly nuisance. Nuts, chocolates, water. But the other end of the spectrum, as though this had been first a reliable report. The big round boulder rolling down the hill crashes into a collapsing pup tent that had no central rod holding it up. It was actually pretty much of a hologram illusion, not really there. So that collapse effect is extraordinarily well managed by the technicians who are invisible in this rendition, this reel, this thing. It seems like what it isn't. It seems to be the thing that it isn't. It seems the same, but it's stemming from, the tide is staying temperate and perturbed. Pulling pulling apart, pulling asunder, a slender means. It means that slender thinness is redundant, bold, boiled, baked, because it issues out of the frost, warming the resulting encompassment and surrounding environment, spaces of embarrassment and accusation, of discomfort and disequilibrium, of problematic assault on the sense of connection, fellowship, membership, love, and entreaty, and appeal, of dependency and request, of asking for what isn't there because it's inhabiting another reality. But something else is offered in its space, place. Without a containment, it's still offered, asked for or against, answered quietly. The air, can you feel it? I can't feel it, but I believe it. That's not the same, but it is a quiet attention underneath my noisy stirring. A fuzz issues, propel, a large ball or locomotive slashing forces through, unengineered but soon to be fully managed and controlled by equipment, administered by authorities absent from consciousness or acknowledged systems of governance and consensus, so that instead there are authorizations for theft and predetermination of rights and responsibilities. Afterthought, forethought, foreground, blank ticket, train rummaging through traces of empirical insubstantiality. The code is frozen, pale, white, greasy, but frozen, so frozen. Nose oily, sweating, hairs growing slowly, frozen. Same exact place, meant in an administered organization of latitude, longitude, time zones, calibrated minutes and seconds, and forgetfulness and remembering. Forgetfulness and remembering, because it's under demand. It's unworldly, it's unwieldy, it's associated with difficulty, if not impossibility. It generates a tongue which is elastic and forms unseen languages inside the mouth, behind the teeth, when no one is thinking about it, and humming is heard, humming, quiet humming. The feet are swiveling on the floor. Body half collapses, switches from left to right. Foot falls in place without moving. Floor balances and pushes against the shifting weight of the ankle, shifting weight of the body on the ankle, supported by the foot. So, sideways, under the tone, time, temperate climate. The learning is listening. The burden is for those who are seeing insensibly a fuzz, issues, or locomotive sideways, to see what words actually misread. I misread that. That was the misreading of the hissing across the bay, across the ways words waste meaning in disarray, collapsing against the intention, collapsing the noun against the verb, crashing over the subordinate clauses, radiating into new pronouns and implications between punctuations and expectations, rhythms of the breath and the body resonating against the tone implicitly inferred in the words, that way that they grow together, because they're not almost able. You can hardly hear them separate. They're not empowered without your inference, interference, influence in listening to see what words read underneath a quiet attention circulating. The same time it's empty, you are always coming back sideways to my noisy words. Or are you not? Are you? Are you this? This attention, listening, being able to breathe, being able to breathe, actually being able to walk, breathe, talk, sleep, love, hear, react, think. Time it just right so that it can be read. Not a color. I am not a color. I'm not party animal. I am not partly animal. I am all animal. I'm this smug, moist man making a mess inching over the cool evening coast all season, all space, and in creating in incantations, in formational flow, flowing forward, flowing over the world, flowing through all the holes in the world, throwing open all the doors in the world, forming letters and words out of foreseeable futures that first flow, factor out phenomenally, flaming images, framing fundamental presumptions. This frame focuses the field on a folding in of function towards fable, poignantly insidious, endless battle. When the other is construed as the other, danger ensues. When the other is presumed absent, danger arises. The other belongs here. Rain falls, creates luminescent a plain song, plain and steady heartbeat, plummeting forward over the edge, over the cliff, over the falls of the liquid, the precious substance flowing forward at great speed and running away, sideways, off, underfoot, endless, changing, relentlessly, number, tension, stress, etc., but always exposing the other towards within, exposing an expositional an address to the other. May you come closer. May you be party. May you share elemental probability process. Providence. Because before and from then, for and to and with, and if either, perhaps, but procedure allows. Never, always taking hold in difficulty, in desperation, in experiential blush of futility masked as progress that destroys. So war comes along and ennobles, incapacitates, endlessly avoiding and addressing erroneously, by mistake, us as we inflict maximum damage. There may be control, there may be despairing is possible, and there may not be, and therefore maybe not all yet gone, not gone yet. going, not going, almost, not at, not there, not gone, is here in us. Changing. Thank you.